Judgment was reserved in the Supreme Court of Appeal yesterday on whether adultery should be retained in South African law as a wrongful and blameworthy act causing harm in relationships. The question came up during an appeal by a Gauteng man, only identified as R, who was ordered in the North Gauteng High Court to pay 75,000 rand in damages to another man, identified as D, with whose wife he'd had an affair. Earlier in the High Court, it was ordered that the parties in the litigation could not be identified as D had 2 young children, D's wife left him and conducted an affair with R, and D, who was aggrieved, turned to the court for damages for losing his wife's affections. But R said that D's wife was in any event unhappy and that he didn't contribute to the breakup of the marriage. The SCA, on accepting an appeal hearing, asked that the legal counsel for the parties also address the issue of whether adultery should remain part of the law, seen as against the morals of society, the Constitution, and marriage as an institution. Footage of a 9-year-old girl firing an Uzi moments before accidentally killing her shooting instructor has emerged online, with one of the many videos of the incident reaching over 5 million views on YouTube. Charles Wacker was accidentally shot in the head as he instructed the 9-year-old on how to fire an Uzi, an Israeli-made 9mm submachine gun. As she pulled the trigger, the gun jumped to the left, and unfortunately, Wacker was standing beside her. But it begs the question, why was a 4th grader allowed to use an automatic machine gun developed by the Israeli army? According to CNN, the gun is capable of firing 600 to 650 bullets a minute. CNN commentator Mel Robbins said, as this Uzi pumps out 10 bullets a second, the kickback is substantial. It's designed to be fired by a soldier during war, not a 4th grader on vacation. It's too powerful, it's too big, and it's too deadly. Many adult novices can't control that weapon. 39-year-old Charles Wacker was rushed to a hospital in Las Vegas, where he died on Monday night. Finally, the search area for a missing Malaysian plane in the southern Indian Ocean has been refined based on the latest analysis. Still, investigation onto how the plane came to crash can't proceed until the wreckage and the black boxes are recovered. Australia's Deputy Prime Minister Warren Truss said analysis of a failed attempted satellite phone call from MH370, which disappeared on March 8, could suggest that the aircraft might have turned south a little earlier than we'd previously expected. The overall search area still remained unchanged, he said, and he didn't elaborate on how the analysis was achieved. The airliner disappeared with 239 people on board after flying far off course from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Now, for these stories and more, stay tuned to News 24 Live, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.